So it's been a little while since we've been here, huh? I think it's been like 2 months. It's been 2 months since we first picked up this amazing game and started playing it. We got a bunch of endings on our last playthrough, but we still have not finished all the routes, and we have not gotten the Shambling Mound, all the vessels. And with the pristine cut on the horizon, that's something I really want to do. So we're gonna go through and work on routes and vessels that we haven't actually gotten to the Shambling Mound yet. Which means that you are going to see some things you've already seen before, but we're going to be going in a different direction with them. So, yeah, hopefully it'll be fun. It'll be new dialogue and a new experience for all of us. You know, just wearing the same skin that we're used to, the princess skin, in whatever shape or form it takes. So, yeah, I am just going to start from a nice, fresh, new game. The hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
So this is new. I don't remember seeing this before. Unless I'm completely blind. I thought it used to be down here. That might have been added in the recent update.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh boy. Weight of the world on my shoulders. So, let's see. We've been through this song and dance quite a bit, so I'm just gonna go ahead and silently continue to the cabin.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
She's gonna lie. She's just going to cheat. She's going to do everything within her power to stop me from slaying her. You think that's what he's about to say, chat?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she
I'm
will
good.
do everything in
It's almost
her
like I've
power
played
to
this
stop you
game
from slaying
a
her.
lot.
Don't believe a word she says.
I love this game. I love this game.
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
But he's me. I'm pretty sure he knows what I'm talking about.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I'm letting it play out again this time just because it's been a couple months since I've heard it, and I'm getting back into the mood. I'm enjoying the ambience of it all.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
We're going to take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
And the
It'd be
music
rather difficult to
stops.
slay
I
the
love that
princess
every
and
time.
save the world without it.
Into the basement we go.
The door
Yes,
to the
Tessa.
basement
I'm
creaks
getting
open,
reinvested.
revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh, her voice.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
I'm gonna just say, I'm just checking in on you.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
I mean, I'm supposed to be. Oh, by the way, I do still have the mod that will show me what dialogue options I haven't taken. Just to kind of help with figuring out what I haven't done because there's so much. Yeah. And all it is, it's a little mod that just highlights whatever options lead to new dialogue in yellow.
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
What? This knife? Are you talking about this knife? This knife right here? I have no idea what you're talking about.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I'm gonna drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed.
What? It's fine.
We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
We're in a relationship? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here?
Maybe.
But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
That's not ominous at all.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
A long time. She just said so. Come on, hero.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
No, and if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I'm inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
Hey, Stray! How you doing?
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
I'll see what I can do.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
But what if I did imagine it? If Smitty has taught me anything, it's that love conquers all.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
No, no key.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Well, you do have that big, sharp knife. You could always cut me out of here.
Oh my gosh. Just her face. Her face when she says that.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance.
That is the face of nonchalance.
If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top
Cheaty
of the
McCheaty
stairs
face over
slams
here.
shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Guess the cheating narrator.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
I'll return to the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
All right, chat, brace yourself.
You won't like what happens if you do that. Against your better judgment,
every
you place
time.
the blade against the princess's arm, just
Every
above the
time.
massive, unyielding chain. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. As the princess approaches the bottom stair,
Don't you
your
dare,
body
cheating
steps
McCheaty
forward
face.
and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me. Stop that.
You can't stop me. Nee, 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 nee.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Why does my blade already... Oh, it has blood on it because I just chopped her arm off.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it! Stop resisting me! I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist!
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Maybe.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her
Yeah, this
face
version of the
remains
princess is pretty
unchanged as
great.
She watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die. I hope it was worth it.
Worth it! Hopefully I did this right. Yeah, chapter 2, The Prisoner. Let's go.
You're on a path in the woods.
Yep. We're
and
on a
you're
path.
here to slay her.
We're here to slay her. Oh, you bastard. You're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks?
Yeah.
What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time. Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
But he can hear you.
You know I can hear you two, right?
What? You can hear us? No way.
As far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large?
You haven't told us why she's dangerous. We're gonna go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further.
Yes, lie, steal, cheat. Just like you, narrator.
She
You
will
cheaty
lie,
McCheaty.
She will cheat. Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to. Wink.
You're not supposed to say wink.
Did you just say wink out loud?
Oh, I forgot about this exchange.
No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess. The interior
Ooh.
of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
But I feel like this line is new. But it's been a while since I played the prisoner route, so it's possible that that was always there.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
I'm not listening to you. Nee, 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 nee. We're just gonna enter the basement.
We take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation, and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Why do you have to be so skeptic?
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner. Yes, I'm sure. Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world.
Is she though? Is she?
Okay, I'm trusting you. You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Thanks. I mean it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Liar!
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us?
I hope so.
You walk down the stairs and
Hey.
lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
And strangely, this extra shackle. Remember, chat? The last time we played this route, we were like, what's this shackle here for? How about we find out, chat?
Should we be worried about the one around her neck? Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier. Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall? Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Don't worry. I'm gonna just have a seat.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
I really want to do sit closer because I don't know what would happen. I don't know if that'll mess me up for being able to inspect the shackle though, so...
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
My intentions? What do you mean?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here?
Hey, you Drake, how's it going?
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
No, I don't think she is.
Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
I think it's that one.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
I'm doing pretty good. Excited to be playing this game again and finishing up some routes and vessels that I haven't gotten before.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
I don't think so either, Princess. That other chain on the wall, who is it for?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
Let's find out.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
I'm going to inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
What are you going to do about it, narrator?
Why is that?
Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is?
I mean, it keeps her from getting out and I keep her company. Sounds like a win-win to me.
And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
I don't know. Maybe it will.
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
But what if he's telling the truth?
He isn't.
I am.
Inspect the shackle.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
Oh, narrator, you are a right bastard.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad?
Yeah, it's bad.
Yes, it's bad.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Well, we're a prisoner now too, guys.
Excuse me? Yes?
This voice actor is so great.
Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
What are we supposed to do now?
You could do something about this, narrator.
Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve.
Oh, what a way to go.
That's horrible.
It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch.
No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
So we're both stuck here.
Yep.
What should we do?
Wait, I guess. Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Yes, this is the first time we're seeing the other side of the cell, as far as I'm aware. Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
Oh my gosh.
That's rude.
This princess is, meta personified. Or should I say, princessonified. Oh, she's not gonna answer. Oh. All right, time to wait in silence.
You and the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring.
There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing.
But there isn't. Time passes.
Oh, man.
It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe. It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything.
Well, I mean, it means she can't get out, man, so...
But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
How exactly does that work?
It just does.
Can she hear us talking to ourselves, or is this just happening in our head?
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again. And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work.
Skeptic is so smart.
I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there, but then they get larger and larger.
Hey, have you noticed the basement changing?
I don't like small talk, remember?
Still rude.
Continue to wait in silence. Huh?
You continue to wait in silence, and the cabin continues to change. The decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode.
She hasn't starved.
I guess she hasn't.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass, and pass, and pass, until suddenly,
Whoa!
there are no walls. And then... And...
Oh, the narrator vanished.
I think he's gone.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Nothing bad except, you know, we're chained up, so even though we made it out, we would stay stuck, but... A vessel for the Shambling Mound. You think this is a good run because the universe got to exist for a long time after this? I mean, that's true.
she's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. I don't even know how we go about
If
looking
there's
for
even
her.
a her to find anymore.
Right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. It is. Does that mean the world ended?
Maybe.
It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like?
Approach
I'm
the
begging
mirror.
you, don't do this. This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Hit me!
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Hi. Good to see you again. I have asked all this stuff in previous runs. I just want to refresh myself on what she says for Do You Know the Narrator?
You are the only thing
Oh.
I've ever known.
Okay, that's what she said.
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Perhaps. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Can I just say, this part always gets me, because when you bring her the first vessel, I believe she does always say this. She says, she asks that I tell you to remember her, and then you get this line.
You won't.
You won't. Then everything goes dark. And you die.